Welcome back to part 3. Where for the first time in 2020 it actually feels like winter. We've had like 70-degree days since Thanksgiving. It's about 35 this morning. Rain's gone. I gotta go to Lowe's. I gotta get some 2x4s. The search for pallets that I could actually break down and use the wood for structural pieces for this thing is, sometimes they're everywhere, and when they're everywhere you don't need them and you burn them, and then when you need them and you're out trying to drive around and find pallets that, you know, have 6, 7, 8 foot sections of usable 2x4s, there's nothing. I had a thought earlier though. This outfit that I'm wearing, this is what happens when you've lived in the South way too long. I mean, I got my hat at the Goodwill. It was brand new. I got this shirt on clearance at Walmart for $2, you know, so it's like, why wouldn't you buy it? But then you start looking like the people who are from here, and I'm not from here. I'm originally from Northern California, by way of Phoenix, Arizona for a while, Yuma, Arizona. I've lived all over the place. Monterey, California. I went to high school at Carmel High, for fuck's sake. Like, yeah. Somehow, South Carolina though, this is where I've ended up. I've ended up here because my kid is here, and try to be a supportive parent. Anyway, I gotta go to Lowe's, get some shit, because yeah, I can't walk down the side of my house yet. Perhaps when I get back I'll film that and show you. The whole side of my house is like that deep at the moment with water because it rained like hell for like 9 hours yesterday. Anyway, maybe I'll show you what's going on at Lowe's, maybe I won't. We'll see how I feel when I get there. Alright, so we've made it back to the yard. Nothing's changed since yesterday. I got to frame in this bottom window and then build the frame piece for the window that's going to go above it, which is going to be hinged. It'll be a relatively straightforward process, but I'll walk you through it. Alright, so I got this window cut. You can see I cut it there. I cut it about 1/8 of an inch smaller than the opening so that it swings. And then I got a couple of hinges that come off some old closet doors once upon a time. I'm going to put there, and then I'm going to reuse the window hardware that came off of it as an attachment point, and then I have to cut a prop rod. So let me get all this stuff attached and we'll go from there. Alright, so easy as can be. The hinge is going. It's a little crooked on this side. I'm not sure if this thing's settled. Everything still shows level, but for whatever reason it's crooked right there. Maybe I cut the board crooked, or to be honest with you, these windows might even be crooked because they're old. But then I install a little handle down there on the bottom. Need to make a prop rod, but let me get this thing open real quick. So it's actually tight enough in the frame that it almost just stays on its own there, but I'm going to make some sort of a little prop rod for that. I don't know if I'm going to make that now or not. Excuse me. But that's this particular wall done, minus the top, because I don't know, if you're in the Facebook group you probably saw where I had that up there, but those fit up there. But yeah, that's this. Well, I haven't figured out what I'm doing with this hole yet, actually. It's when you think you're making some headway, right? Anyway, hinged window. Alright, so rather than worry about that window, that I may have to try to make something for that. I don't have the answer for that hole. None of these windows that I have fit. And as you can see, it's windy and shaky. I went ahead onto the back wall to try to add a little bit of structural stability to this thing so it doesn't blow over on me. Yeah, it's good and windy. Anyway, this front board is 78 inches high. I'm going to make the one and that one there probably 74-ish. And then all the way on the back it'll be 75, or no, excuse me, 72. I'm going to have to measure it again. I'm not making sense to myself even. Alright, so for the door, I've cut another piece of 2x4 there that I'm going to place flush and bolt to. I've cut 3 inches out of the bottom of the door to accommodate height, because the door is the same height as that beam, and I'm going to have to slope the roof down. I still haven't figured that math out yet, which is why that board isn't cut. But I went ahead and cut 3 inches out of the bottom of the door. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that mounted now. Alright, so I wasted some time on that. This door is not straight. So far all the edges I put together on there are straight and everything's level, but the door is crooked, so I had to take that top board back out. Once I fit I need a second set of hands for that too. So once I fit that up in there, I'll take another measurement to figure out where square is for the top of that. Hanging doors is a pain in the ass. But perhaps I put the upper windows in it because I can. And I got this wall built in. None of the windows are attached yet. They're just sitting in there. Thankfully the wind has died down. But so far, I mean, it's coming along a little ways. I'm out of building material, and it is too late in the day on a Friday for me to willingly go out and try to deal with traffic here in Charleston. So this is where I'm stopping today. I'll probably get up tomorrow and go to Lowe's and get a couple more 2x4s. I don't need maybe 4 or 5 of them to do the back. I need to figure out what I'm doing in this corner. I think what's going to end up happening is that's going to be a piece of plywood in that corner so that I can build some shelves back there, and it may end up being the same thing next to the door because it's about the same size and I don't have any windows that'll fit that. But that way I can put some shelves in there, have something to attach to. Anyway, that is it for part 3 of this. Check back, weather permitting, tomorrow, maybe the next day. Actually, there's races on this weekend, so I may not get anything accomplished. No, kidding. That's it for now, fuckers.